Yo everybody, welcome back to another one. Today I'm going to be working on the 2005 Altima. We got to replace the power steering pump, the hoses, and we're going to replace the rack and pinion. So I'm going to show you guys how to do all of that. I've tried to look up a couple videos on how to do the power steering pump and I didn't find anything. So I figured for the 10 people that this video will help, this one's for you. All right, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and jack up the car and take everything apart, and then I'll show you from there. Alright guys, I'm pretty deep into tearing everything down. Let me show you everything I got torn up. So, really quick, this is the passenger side. I've taken out the CV axle. You can see it here. I hung it on the bottom of the spring. Here's what we got going on. So the sway bar is disconnected from the strut. And then the rack and pinion is disconnected from the knuckle. So what I've done is I've taken out this bottom rack and pinion bolt, and I've taken out the top one as well. You can see it right here. My finger is kind of right there. So I've taken out those two on this side, and then the other side there's only one. Let me go over there real quick and I'll show you. So here's this side. This is where the back end right here is. It actually unbolts from underneath in the back. They are, I think 19s, I think. Right now the biggest struggle I'm having is with the steering connecting into the rack. So I've looked up a lot of stuff, and I saw one guy said you had to drop the whole subframe to get this thing disconnected, because this one doesn't collapse like American ones do, I guess. It's solid in there, and it won't come out anymore because it's stuck in there. It sits inside of the subframe right here. It sits inside of there, so it won't come up or out. So what I'm gonna end up doing is going inside and unbolting the steering from the inside, and then I should be able to slide this one up, and then I can slide the rack out. So let me show you where that bolt is, and then what I do to get this thing off. Okay, so really quick, inside the car, underneath the driver's side, this is what I'm gonna be unbolting here. Unbolt that, this should come off, and then I'll make bringing that out way easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt that really quick, and then I'll show you guys how much it moves afterwards. All right, so I just got this guy disconnected right here. That goes down to the steering rack. There's the bolts. All right, let's go do this. Instead of dropping your whole subframe to get this thing off, you literally just have to undo that bolt. this is the factory power steering pump. It was super, super hard to get out. It goes on the vehicle facing this way. So what I did was I undid this bottom bolt first, and I'll show you guys where that's at. That one's really easy to get to. And then I reached around the back of the power steering pump where there's these two bolts. They're size 12. And I went ahead and I took these guys off, okay, all the way. And then there's one bolt that goes through the top and goes into this back bracket. After these bolts were off, this thing still, the power steering pump would not come out still. So what I had to do was go through the top, and I'll show you that in a second and show you where I went. And I took this bolt out right here, which was, I think, a 14. And I took that guy out, and the back fell off, and then this thing was able to come down. So let me show you really quick where the bottom bolt was and the top bolt was. So really quick, this right here is where the bottom bolt was located. Up here, as you can see, I had to move the water reservoir out of the way. I moved the steering fluid pump or reservoir away, and the bolt is actually right below this bolt, right below this one. You go right underneath here. I know it's hard to see, I'm so sorry, but it's right here. My finger is, can't see it, right there. So you take that bolt out, this is what it looks like, and then that drops the power steering pump down. So here's the brand new power steering pulley, or pump. As you can see, it's naked. I have to take all the brackets and everything like that off this one and put them onto this one before I reinstall it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all that off camera, and then I'm gonna install it, and I'll show you guys what it should look like before I install it. All right, so here's the new pump. I got everything attached. I got a new hose. Also, this is the pressure side. I reinstalled this bad boy. This bolts into the back of the intake manifold. I'm going to go ahead and install the sensor that goes right here. I'm gonna install that, and then I'm going to put this guy back in. All right, I'll get you updated when I'm starting to put it back in. All right, so I got the power steering pump back in. It's right here, my finger is. I did the bottom bolt first, and then I slid it up and put the top bolt on. Let me show you guys the bottom. So here it is from the bottom. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, and there's the new pump. This is the bottom bolt. I haven't tightened it down all the way yet. I just started it. I tightened down the top one. I tightened down the whole brackets and everything like that. I put the new hose on it with the banjo bolt and got that all set up. So I'm gonna tighten up this bottom guy right here, and then I'm going to put the rack, the new rack and pinion in, and bolt everything down, and then I'm going to fill it up with fluid. So before I do that, let me show you what to do with the rack and pinion so you kind of have your alignment still. But first, let me tighten down this bolt, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay. So really quick, what I did was I measured from here to here on both of these, and put them on that way. That way it's the even amount. So it should be the same as the old one I took off. And we're gonna go get it aligned anyways when it's all done, but this should make us go down the road pretty straight until we get it aligned. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this new one in. This guy right here is the new one. I'm gonna throw that guy in, and we'll pick up from there. Yo guys, what's up? It's a brand new day. It took me all night, but I got everything done. The only thing I did wrong was when I reattached the steering wheel to the rack and pinion. It was a little crooked, so the steering wheel was kind of off when the wheels were straight. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to show you everything that I did, and then I'm going to show you how I straighten out the steering wheel, and then it'll be done. It was pretty hard It was tough because I changed everything at once opposed to doing like a piece by piece, but it's doable. I don't have a lift or anything like that. I use simple tools that anybody could have or should have that's working on their own vehicle. It took me about, honestly, 8 hours to do everything. So let me do this last thing right now, and then I'll show you guys everything really quick, and it'll be done. If you guys got any questions or anything like that, drop them down below. I will get back to you ASAP, but let me show you guys what I have left to do, and then we'll be all done. All right, so this is the driver's side. Let me show you guys everything that I did and then what I need to fix. So, I replaced brand new axle. It's this guy right here. The boot, it was torn back here and it was actually falling apart. So, this is brand new. This one's brand new. It's obviously connected. This guy's brand new. This guy right here is brand new as well. Sorry. This guy right here is brand new as well. And then the whole rack itself, this whole thing right here is all brand new. So what I need to fix is actually, let me get you a better. So this is perfect. So this thing right here, I gotta unbolt this. It goes into the rack and pinion, and I gotta turn it so that it's straight because the wheels are straight. So now that the wheels are straight, that means the steering wheel has to be straight. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo that really quick. The bolt is right here. It's gonna be kind of hard to get to. I think it's a 12. So let me take that guy off real quick. All right, guys. There it is. It's all bolted up. Everything's looking good. Steering wheel is straight-ish. Wheels are gonna be straight-ish. On it. And then let's see if I can get you in there. So here's the guy. He's all bolted up nice and tight. New rack and pinions in. New axles. Let's go to the other side really quick. Here's the other side. Same setup. Brand new. Brand new. That's brand new. And then also a rack and pinion over here. Everything's all bolted up real nice. There's no leaks anymore, thank God. Let me pop the hood real quick and I'll show you the power steering. All right, so this is the last thing. So when you're doing the power steering, he is right there. This guy right here. When you're doing this one, you're gonna have to take the main pulley, the main belt off, the serpentine belt. There is a idler pulley. He's right here. So just take the serpentine belt off, and the power steering is pretty easy. Power steering pump, but that's about it, you guys. So that's everything. If you guys have any questions, like I said earlier, just let me know and I'll answer them the best I can. All right, good luck. Peace.